Okay, welcome to your reading. This is a general message from Spirit, okay? So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Let's go ahead and tap into your energy. Welcome. All right. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time? What do they need to know? What do we have here? We got the High Priestess. Okay. So I just heard alchemist. So you could be like coming off very mysterious, but there is some spiritual work that you may be doing, anything mystical. I feel like you could do something, pertaining to that. Spirit may also be telling you to listen to your intuition at this time, because that is the overall energy. People may be looking at you as mysterious or like a magician or some type of healer. Okay. Someone is in their head stressing about something. Someone is stressing over heartbreak, okay? Tell me more, Spirit. Someone is really having a hard time getting over a heartbreak. This connection, I feel like was unjust, or, it wasn't a balanced, stable connection. I feel like whoever is feeling this way is feeling like they got played or deceived. Yeah. Yeah. And they're holding on to that. So if this is you, it's like you're holding on to some type of resentment. It could be pertaining to finances or what someone has given to you or what you have given to someone else. You feel played. There may have been a third party situation that someone put you in, and you can't get over that. Right now you are, just really stressing, and you can't get over the situation. Right now it's just weighing on your mind heavy. You could be dreaming about it or had a dream about somebody doing this to you. You could have had a dream that your partner was dealing with someone else. And it's like you're holding on to that resentment. Whether it happened or not, it's like you're holding on to that. If it was a dream, it's like you're still intuitively thinking that that's really what's happening, whether it's happening or not. Okay, we got the King of Cups, Page of Cups, and the Temperance card here. So yeah, I feel like when it comes to a relationship, someone is praying for forgiveness. Someone is praying for another chance, wanting to reconcile or balance a situation out when it comes to reciprocity in a relationship, and just trust and loyalty. All right. There was something that happened behind the scenes, or something that you're not feeling completely in the know, like you know the full story or the situation, and gave you clarity to make you feel okay about what happened. Okay, tell me more. I feel like this person who you are thinking about is open to listening to what you have to say. Okay? Or I might be picking up on a divine masculine at this time. But you got the king and the queen of cups here. So yeah. It's like, at this point, can we talk about it? Can we, you guys may have had your space, and it's like now it's time to have a heart-to-heart conversation about this in a peaceful way, where you guys are like really sitting down with each other, being honest about whatever this is that's stressing you out. And it's like, let's be mature about it. Let's respect each other's feelings and emotions. And I think that is where the energy is going. Okay. Someone is feeling restricted or like insecure about something. Okay, so if you're this Queen of Cups, you may be feeling insecure about the situation. Like, I just feel like you don't trust what is being said, or you just want the full you want to know exactly what happened. And I feel like this has bothered you in your mental a lot. The Fool card. You may be feeling like the fool, or like you were blind to something. It's something that you didn't take accountability for. You may be feeling like, why didn't you free yourself? Why did you stay in this situation? And now you're ready to free yourself? Or are you ready to start and rekindle with this King of Cups? We got the Queen of Wands here. And we got the Devil, okay? So yeah, I may be picking up on a divine masculine, and you're here because you have two different people who you're dealing with, this Queen of Cups and this Queen of Wands. You are sexually attracted to this Queen of Wands. You feel like this is a person that is fun, free, feisty in the bedroom, and just their personality, okay? I feel like you have this Queen of Cups that you are hurting deeply, okay, in this third party situation. This is someone that you may be in a connection with, and you really love this person genuinely, right? You guys just connect on a spiritual and emotional level. But I feel like you're not being completely honest with this Queen of Cups, and it's hurting her. It's making her feel insecure. And I feel like this side person is this Queen of Wands here with the Devil card. So I don't know if she's aware of this entanglement, this third party situation. I'm not aware. But you're giving to one person. You may be giving to both of them, right? But it's just the fact that it's not right, and you have this person stressing. You have your person stressing about this situation. I feel like you want to apologize and bring peace to this Queen of Cups, but I mean, you have to be honest. If you're still dealing with the Queen of Wands, this person, this fire sign, that could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, it's definitely bringing conflict into your life, okay? You can't have the best of both worlds. You're going to have to choose and decide. And that's, I mean, you have to be honest with your partner. So maybe this is you that's stressing about telling the truth and being honest because you want to hold on to both of them instead of, you know, being a real one and keeping it real with both of them. I can respect somebody that's just honest, you know, but when you go behind someone's back and things happen, right? But at the end of the day, I'm gonna leave it to spirit, okay? Tell me more, spirit. It's like you're addicted to this Queen of Wands, but you love the Queen of Cups. Ace of Pentacles is here. Is this someone you work with, this Queen of Wands? Two of Swords here, see? That's not going to work either. You know, when you are dealing with someone you work with and that goes bad, it messes up your money. You know, it causes tension. And two places you don't want to cause tension: your home and your workplace, because we're there, you know, 80% of the time. Okay. And it can get real ugly, especially with this Devil card here. It's like someone messing with your money. Or I feel like you're at a crossroads when it comes to these two options. It's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You like both qualities. You like the qualities of both of these women. You're like, if I could just mesh them together, then I would be happy. You know, you got this nurturing, loving, caring person that could be a great mother figure. You know, somebody that is like homey and somebody that you can really talk to and relate to. They're very relatable. Both of you guys are most definitely soulmates, okay? And you don't want to let this person down. I really do see that you care. But at the same time, this Queen of Wands is giving you that feisty spark, that excitement, that adventure, that bedroom pleasure that you're addicted to. Okay, on top of that, this is a boss, this is a go-getter, this is somebody that, you know, don't really need you. Okay, this could be fun, just a fun time for this person, honestly. But do they know about this Queen of Cups? I see you're having a hard time deciding if you want to leave this person behind, which I feel like emotionally you're going to be like, feel bad about that. But at the same time, is this situation with this Queen of Wands, is that going to be substantial? Is that going to be something that, you know, is going to last? Or is this just for fun? And you don't want to make the wrong decision based off of lust. I'm going to tell you that right now, because I do these readings often, and It's always someone regretting, the one that stayed down, the one that was real, the one that had respect for themselves, the one that, you know, is a both of them. I can't lie. The Queen of Wands is a great mother too. So, what are you here for? What do you want me to choose for you? I can't choose for you. Spirit, what else do they need to know? Because they're at a crossroads between choosing this Queen of Cups and this Queen of Wands. I feel like you're addicted to this Queen of Wands sexually, and you don't know. It's like, which one should I choose? I don't know. You're gonna end up alone playing these games. Yeah. And I feel like it's you got history with someone, but it's like you're dealing with a lot, okay? You're dealing with a lot. You're juggling, trying to decide. And it's becoming very stressful and burdensome. It could be affecting your work, you know? Some of you divine masculines could be changing your career field or your job. And it's stressful right now. This is like a stressful period. There's a lot that you are trying to handle on the home front and at work. I see you reminiscing or thinking about the past a lot. Something that happened in the past. Hang on, I'm doing a reading, sweetie. What?
Do you have the corkscrew?
No, why would I have that?
Because you have that.
Can you take that downstairs?
Yeah, where is it?
I'm talking about the blanket. That corkscrew thing is in the kitchen somewhere. Look in the drawer. Or ask Leah if she had it. I don't know. It might be in the dishwasher. Sorry about that. But we have the Hangman here. So I feel like you just want your life to be, steady flowing, balanced. You want things to not be so like a roller coaster and intense. It's like, can we all just get along? Like, I don't know. Empress. I feel like you're just trying to wait it out instead of pressuring this situation. You're trying to wait because you don't want the backlash of what's going to come behind the truth. Yeah. All right. So you're learning something. You're self-reflecting. There's something that you may. I kind of feel like, listen, something from your past that may have been burdensome. I feel like you're like, okay, I'm about to make peace with this situation. You're walking away from something. It could be a career change, like I said. You could be an entrepreneur and you're starting something new, an LLC, or you're doing something where it's like you're focused on you, yourself, your healing. Some of you guys are moving. You could be moving out from your living with your partner, getting your own place and just starting over. But I really feel like you are more so focused on yourself right now, your career path, your faith and your belief. And it's like you're going with the flow. It's just like it is what it is, you know? If I lost it all, it is what it is. If I lost both of these parties, it is what it is. I just gotta, you know, I feel like you just want to woo-side take. You're tired of it all, you know? And it can get real like that, you know, when you are juggling and you're not being honest with people. It can be a stressful situation, you know? But I see you just choosing yourself and walking away from whatever it is that's bringing stress or burdens to your life. Clarify the High Priestess. Knight of Swords. Yeah, a lot of mental anguish. A lot. Clarify the Nine of Swords. Page of Wands. When it comes to starting a new beginning, or like there's an anxiety about this change, this shift. Clarify the Three of Swords. You're trying to juggle. There it is again. You want the peace. Okay, do these two know about each other? Do they? Because it's giving like you want sister wives. It's giving like, how can I have the best of both worlds? How can I bring these two together? Like, was this a polygamy relationship or something? It's something about your values, what you value, right? You feel like you deserve equal balance around, you know, just well-rounded when it comes to your commitments and relationships, connections, whether that is platonic or romantic. I feel like it needs to be like a balanced scale. It needs something. It's like you have to be honest about something, just flat out. If not, you're going to continuously think about this. It's going to be pressure. It's going to be a burden on you. You're going to feel the way you're feeling. If you don't just be honest, okay? I really do feel like you are trying your best to, like, I don't want to say people please, but it's like you want this person to feel, you don't want either parties to feel bad. But somebody's going to be hurt in the end regardless, you know? And you might have been secretly having an affair and started this up, and now it's like, I feel bad, I need to tell my partner, or, you know, your partner found out about it, and it's like, how do I make this right? How do I make this right with my person? Okay, if you're married, it's, you know, some of you guys can be, but clarify this Six of Pentacles. It came out twice. So it's like someone is not seeing the other person's perspective, or it's something that is not fair. King of Wands. Yeah, this is you. Clarify this Four of Pentacles. What are you holding on to? Oh my God. Oh man. You don't want to let this Queen of Cups go. You're holding on to this Queen of Cups after cheating with this Queen of Wands. Oh God. She's hurting. And I'm really feeling like that's more your speed. Like oh God. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio women, is more your speed, King of Cups. But then again, you got the King of Wands with the Queen of Wands too. So it's like they both have traits that you like, and it's like you don't want to. I feel like you don't want to hurt this Queen of Cups feelings is like, oh man, clarify this King of Cups. The Tower card. Yeah, you about to lose everything. You know, I feel like this is a way and I'm not saying that like, I just feel like this whole situation is causing you to, it's an eye opener, right? It's like your reality is about to change. And I feel like you've noticed that, or you've already witnessed that, because you're stressing about whatever it is that you're losing. Like, this person may leave you after finding out that you cheated and put her in a third party. You have to be completely honest. I don't feel like you want to leave this person. You're still trying to apologize and give her your cup, you know, that affection, that ear. I really feel like this person has left you. They left the building. It's like, absolutely not. And I feel like they feel as if they stayed too long in this connection. Yeah. It's like you're messing with this person's self-esteem. And that's not fair. It's not fair. You could be a Scorpio male. I'm getting that. Clarify this Page of Cups. And some of you, you know, with Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah. And you're praying, you're trying to stay strong. I don't know why my camera looked like that. Maybe I need to turn this other light off. You're trying to stay strong. You're wanting to start a new beginning with this person, but they may be ignoring you because, like I said, this person is going through the emotions, like she's hurt. And I feel like you are praying. You're trying to give this person their space. And maybe you wasn't seeing, you wasn't putting yourself in her shoes. Seeing where she was coming from. Your ego may have gotten too big, where it's like the respect was drifting away. Like, you started to lie about certain situations. You started to be more messy with the situation. And I feel like this person feel like you didn't value them. You didn't give them the time that they, you know, was yearning for. And to find out it was because you were cheating, you know, being unfaithful, that's grounds for breakup, period. You know, and you got to be real with yourself and realize that, and take accountability and understand why this person is acting the way they are, or why they, you know, decided to move out, you know, or whatever the case may be in this relationship. I feel like it was just too much. Clarify the Temperance. Yeah, some of you guys could have been married and you stepped out on your marriage. Clarify the Temperance, and now this person wants a divorce. Yeah, walking away. Spirit is like telling someone to walk away from this. As you can see, it's like now it's time to start new. And I don't know the whole situation of what's going on, but I feel like somebody may have felt like when it came to a financial situation, paying the bills or whatever, something was not balanced, something was not fair. Someone was doing more than the other person, and that could have caused arguments within the relationship. And cause for someone to step out, because it was getting real dull, real tense, real serious in the household. And maybe you felt like this Queen of Wands was a breath of fresh air. That excitement brought that spark back into your life, but you regret it at the same time, because it's like now you lost your wife. You have a lot of history with this Queen of Cups, that you guys could have kids together, or you just really see this person as wifey material, someone that you want in your life, someone that uplifts you and encourages you. And it's like you feel bad about it, but I don't know if the conversation was had. I feel like you may have been waiting, or you are waiting, just like trying to keep the peace. Or it's like, okay, if this person said they want to leave me, then I'm just going to, not fight for this situation, but just move on. You may be, it looks like Spirit is telling someone to walk away and move on. Okay. So you may be going through some spiritual awakening, right? A death and rebirth, where because of this situation, you are relocating and moving somewhere else by yourself, and you're about to start a new career or something. But I feel like you are focusing on your healing, and, just trying to be better. It's like what's done is done. I know that I was wrong, but I can't change this person's perspective or view or make them want to be with me. I just got to get it together. You probably been in a gym. You probably been like really focused on your craft, your entrepreneurship, and just trying to keep your mental health together, Clarify this Queen of Cups. You got the Emperor here, okay? So maybe this Queen of Cups has found an Emperor, and this is the reason why they walked away from this connection. Okay. And like I said, you guys could have kids together, and maybe this person took the kids, and there could be, you're trying to figure out a co-parenting situation, but right now everything is up in the air and fresh. So everybody just need the woosah. Okay. Maybe you try seeking a therapist, so you guys could try to work out your differences and work out getting past this infidelity. Clarify the Eight of Swords. The Devil card is here. Yeah. Someone is really feeling, there's a lot of resentment. There's a lot of toxic trauma and pain, resentment. This Queen of Cups felt imprisoned or restricted, like someone they felt controlled, as if maybe you were the breadwinner and you were taking care of this Queen of Cups, so you felt like you could treat or do whatever you wanted to. It's like, okay, I'm taking care of you, I'm taking care of home. And you thought that it was okay to like deal with someone else that you could have been possibly working with, but that's not fair, right? So there's some type of mental anguish. There's mental anxiety and stress that you're bringing upon this Queen of Cups here. You guys are connected in a way where this person feels like, even if they walk away, they still have to, it's like you guys are still connected in a way, or you still have to see each other and like co-parent, and this person may not want to do that. I feel like Spirit is telling this Queen of Cups to free herself, okay? Because we have the Fool here. I don't know. I'm picking up heavy on the Divine Masculine, but if the Divine Feminine, if you are here, okay, I don't know what part you play in this reading, But this Queen of Cups is wanting to free herself from being controlled by this dominant male. Okay. So it could be, if you're in a relationship where you are dealing with a man that is providing for you financially, spirit is trying to guide you to start a new beginning, build the courage to walk away from this situation and start a new beginning. Okay, because you are being controlled, you're being restricted, and you're not happy or satisfied in this connection. Okay, if this person is putting you in a third party situation, they're not being honest with you. Like, do you feel like you deserve that? Do you feel like that is your life and that's what you have to deal with because someone is providing for you? That's all I'm asking. Okay, clarify the Fool. King of Pentacles, yeah. And see, that be the thing. I feel like men that are providers and like that are attractive, and they're on a higher, what society will deem as a high value man, right? It's always dealing with stability, providing, leading, guiding, and all of that. But that doesn't negate the fact that you are still committed to someone that is bringing something to the table. They should be, right? I mean, I feel like this Queen of Cups is. But, some people feel like, oh, because I'm doing this and that, then I can do what I want. I can cheat. I can, but that's when it gets disrespectful. I feel like Spirit is wanting you to be with someone that has those qualities, that's, very masculine and have those provider and stable qualities about themselves, that leader, that I feel like you don't want to lose that part of, the you don't want to lose that part of that quality of a man, right? But at the same time, your self-respect is not up for negotiation. You don't have to make as much as the man. You don't, you still bring things to the table. As a woman, we bring a lot, okay? And I feel like Spirit is trying to get you from thinking that you have to deal with a man just because they're providing for you, a lifestyle. And once you free yourself and know your worth, that King of Cups is what you will, the King of Pentacles, that type of man that's stable, that is committed. They don't really play games. It's like, we're married, we're locked in. This is my wife and I don't play about her, period. We're not going to play the mind games. We're not going to be very prideful. This person will still show with acts of service, and just be that support system. I feel like that's what you are fearful that you won't find in another person, because in some way I feel like absolutely you guys have a soul tie with this person that puts you in a third party, but it's like a fear. You guys have invested so much time. It's like you're fearful about moving on, but you know that you're not happy in this situation, and it's at its peak. It's like the Tower card here with the King of Cups. It's like enough is enough. You may feel like this person, once the relationship got sour, they stopped giving to you, or they start giving to someone else. I don't know, but whatever the case may be, Spirit is guiding you guys to go your separate ways or walk away from this situation, okay? Because it's not healthy. And they're saying that you deserve more, okay? You need to have the confidence within yourself and not rely solely on a man to Yeah. Yep, it's time to free yourself. Clarify this Queen of Wands. Whoa. The Moon and the Four of Pentacles. Still holding on to this person in secret. Still fantasizing about this Queen of Wands. This is just entirely, you're holding on. Okay. Divine Masculine, you're holding on to both of these women. It's toxic. Your money, you feel like because you have this money or whatever, like you can do that. Clarify the Devil. And I feel like you may make money, like you, with this Queen of Wands. Clarify the Devil. Okay. That was a lot. It's just too much. You got the Queen of Pentacles here, Ten of Swords. This person is hurt. Everybody is fighting over it. Like, you got too much going on here. You got too many women in the mix. Why? It's too much going on. You got too many options. Like, you're a player. But a real player would know how to make everybody happy. If we looking at it like that, I do see you focusing on your healing, focusing on the toxic traits. Maybe you're trying to change, maybe you have really been self-reflecting lately, going out in nature, just really just evaluating your life. And it's like, okay, I do feel like you really care for this person. Like, I don't feel like you want to leave either options. And I definitely see the qualities that you like about both of these young ladies, but it's just too much. This Queen of Wands make you happy. This could be someone that's spiritual, that, like I said, when there is problems in your home, you go to this person to talk about it, and they help you, like, get through the challenges or whatever, like whatever this person is saying to you. And, this is a very charming individual. And I feel like also there's qualities within both of you that are similar. And I just feel like you're addicted to the sex when it comes to this Queen of Wands. Also, it's just a lot of drama, okay? It's just too many people involved. Too many people. You got too many options, dude. Way too much going on. Clarify this Ace of Pentacles. Okay, you could be dealing with a spiritual, like this Queen of Wands is a spiritual, could be doing sex magic on you. If this is a spiritual healer or, a witch, or, this person dive in like spirituality and things of that nature, very mystical person, they could be trying to do black magic on this Queen of Cups to keep you guys, from being together. Clarify this Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. It's time to communicate. It's time to have a heart-to-heart conversation. You cannot avoid it. You're going to have to make a decision, okay? Period. Look at that. Two of Pentacles. Like, which one? But you don't want to let either go. So clarify this Two of Swords. Yep. I see you, yeah, moving out, separating. You and this Queen of Cups may have been living together, and because of this situation, it's like someone is moving out. Somebody is walking away from this situation. Also, it's like you wanting to decide like who is the best fit to be with long term and build and grow like in the same household, you know? Build that family dynamic. Clarify this Two of Pentacles. And you're stressing about it. Yeah, it's like, oh my God, both of these motherfuckers wish fulfillment. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I have fun, I enjoy, but now it's becoming too much, you know? It's becoming too much. You don't want this type of energy to affect your career and what you have going on, you know? It's like you're trying, you got too much going on. You have to eliminate some of these options, okay? And I feel like I said, if you were a bachelor, you know, if you were single, hey, you can date who you want, how you want. But when you're not transparent, that's when it becomes a problem, you know? And I feel like both of them are like wish fulfillment for different reasons. Like I say, I'm going to keep saying it. But it's stressing you out because it's like, I can't have both. I have to choose. I have to decide, you know? And it's making you feel like, dang, I'm going to have to let somebody go. And you don't want to do that. Clarify this for. You really got to think and ponder about your decisions. Because if you choose wrong, then you're just going to be out for the count, you know? You're going to regret that. Clarify this Six of Cups. And I feel like because this Queen of Wands, this Queen of Cups decided to walk away and like move out. Now it's like you're feeling bad. Like you made the wrong decision. Well, yeah, you should have been honest. The Fool card. Yeah, you should have been honest. Clarify this Ten of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. It's like what happened has happened. Now it's time to move forward. Now it's time to free yourself from all of these things from the past. It's time for you to learn from, you know, this situation. All right, because I feel like you are losing someone that is a good catch. Okay, this is someone that meant a lot to you. And I feel like this person was good to you. And just because everybody goes through things in their relationships, but that doesn't mean that you step out on your partner. You talk about it. Let's work this out. Let's go to counseling. You know, especially if you're married or you've been with this person for years, you know, you can't betray your person like that. Or you're going to have to deal with the consequences. So I'm not telling people, you know, I'm not telling you what to do, you're going to do what you want to do. But at the same time, it's like you don't want to regret that down the line. And it's like you see this person moving on with someone that respect them, that value them, and has, you know, that's stable and all of these things that they wanted. You don't want to miss out on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and see this person with somebody else happy basically because you effed up. All right. So there's not a lot of good options out here these days. You're a very attractive young man. And I feel like you have a lot of, you know, options. And I can say, I see the qualities that, you know, could attract you to these individuals. You got the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. All of this drama is toxic. It's under the devil energy. So it's like it's all lust, outside of lust, outside of the lustful addictions, the surface level things to get your answer. Outside of those things, who have the better qualities when it comes to their soul, the spirit, and making you feel good? You like all of them, really. They're all great women. And I like this quality about this woman, that when, why don't you just be in a polygamy relationship? It's people actually that don't mind being in those type of connections. So I think this was a lesson learned for you, Clarify this King of Wands. How you feeling about losing everything? The world. You're like, it's like you're just ready to start new. It's like it is what it is, I feel like you're very logical about the situation. And it's just like you want peace. You want to start fresh. I feel like you tried to reconcile and make things right, but this person is just like standing their ground and setting boundaries as they should. Clarify this Hangman. This wasn't an awakening for you, though. The Lover's card. Just sitting on it. Like, I'm going to just let everything play its course. I'm not, you're not putting pressure on it. You're not putting pressure on either side. So it's like you're still trying to decide, or you just went in hermit mode. You just shut down and, just fell back on everybody because you're trying to get your mind right, get yourself back aligned. Clarify the Hermit card. Seven of Cups. Yeah, get your mental and your mind right, because it's like you felt like you were under some type of illusion, or like I said, you have all of these options. It was hard for you to decide, so you're trying to, like, I don't want to say process of elimination, but you're trying to see what was the best choice. Who was the best choice? Did you make the right choice? But you're walking away from something. I feel like you're definitely focused on yourself right now. Clarify the Eight of Cups. Two of Swords. So because you can't make a decision, you decide to walk away from it all. Or avoid the situation. Avoid the conflict. Like, you're trying to, like, not deal with the conflict. I thought you wanted to talk about, maybe you tried to apologize and you're just done, being stubborn, stuck in your ways or whatever. This Queen of Cups really love you, though. I feel like you've taught this person a lot. They look at you as like a protector, right? And if you've been dealing with this person for a long time, almost as if like a father figure, protector type of energy is what I'm getting. Like, you don't want to hurt this person in that way, but I feel like this person is hurt deeply. Like, they're going through it. I just want you to know that. And at some point you're going to have this conversation that is, is like, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. You've already hurt people in this situation, but you can't keep this secret. You got to just be honest. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Oof. Yeah, see. You could have been married to this person. I feel like you guys have been building, like you've set a foundation with this person that was like the Empress. You lost the best thing you've ever had over lust. There's when you have it all, when you or a high value man, where a lot of women find you to be charming, attractive, you're stable, you have it going on, your career, you're ready to settle down, and well, obviously not. I don't know what you got going on. It's like you have a lot of different women, but I don't think that you were open with all of the women about the situations. Like, you had a main, then you may have had someone who knew about your main, then you got other things going on. You maybe have women in other cities or whatever. It's just too much. It's just too much. Okay. And it's becoming too much for you at this point, to the point where you are just trying to focus on you, your stability, growing. And it's like, yeah, I love this person, but I'm gonna just let go and let God, I'm gonna let the universe handle that, and maybe this person will come back around. But at this time, they may want you to fight for this situation and you're not, but I feel like you've brought so much hurt and pain to this Empress. You look at this person as an Empress, and I feel like you feel guilty about it, because you put a lot of burdens on this person. You put a lot of stress on this person. And I just feel like, as a man, you're looking at it from a logical standpoint, and you may need to speak with a therapist that's a woman, or get some advice from a woman to help you understand the emotional side of a relationship, and how to process that when you're dealing with things like that. So maybe that's why you're here. But yeah, let's see. Let's get some angel messages and see what your angels have to say. It's like, instead of making a decision, you make no decision. It's like, it's just too much. Or you're trying to play both sides, like, not really let this person down and keep that door open just in case. Like, angels, what messages do you have for this divine masculine, or all parties, the collective? Okay. And look, at the end of the day, everybody gets hurt. The truth shall set you free. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Okay. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Okay. Take it as it resonates, because, like I said, flip it the roles. If you are not the divine masculine, whatever role that you play, that the message is for you. Okay. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. And I see a lot of chemistry and connections with the King of Cups, Queen of Cups. You got the King of Wands, Queen of Wands. It's, yeah, a lot going on here. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And sometimes you get caught up in situations like that, when you don't expect to fall in love with somebody and you already have a situation going on. Like, it's just best to be honest. Wait a minute. Let me see something. I got too many dang on cards. All right. Let's clarify the High Priestess. Okay. We have photo proof, getting evidence. Okay. Clarify this Nine of Swords. Bad karma. So you may be feeling like you're getting bad karma for what you done or what you've been doing, okay? And now you're trying to make it right with the universe, okay? Clout hungry, says anything, does anything, makes shit up, dramatic. Clarify this Three of Swords. Okay, so somebody could have, you know, instead of you telling your partner, someone else could have told your partner about this third party situation. Clarify this Three of Swords. And that's probably the embarrassing part, because it's like you weren't the first person to tell this person. Okay. Unbothered, same shit, different day. And so this is something that maybe your partner feel like you just are not tending to how they feel, you know, and it's just the same problems over and over again that may have steered you away from this situation, whatever was going on in the home, the family dynamic, you know. Clarify the King of Wands. Legal issues, court judges, immigration lawyers, etc. Okay, so you could be getting a divorce, or you know, like I said, with the co-parenting situation, maybe you guys are going to court about kids. Maybe somebody is trying to get spousal support, or maybe, like I said, if you guys shared a home, there's something that, you know, your partner may feel like is owed to them, something of that nature. Clarify this King of Cups and the Tower. Clarify the Tower, Spirit. Thank you. Bad habits, drugs, addictions, toxicities. Okay, so you could be having some type of drug addiction or something that's toxic that you continuously do to make you lose everything, you know. And it could be cheating, you know, being an obsessive cheater. Or this could actually be a drug addiction with the Tower card here. It's like you're trying to stop something. It could be whatever it is, it's toxic and it needs to crumble. It's like your spirit guides are bringing everything down. You're recognizing this bad karma. That's why you're here. It's like, we need to reverse this. How do I, you know, start a clean slate, get right with God? You know I did this, that, and it's really like, okay, it's time to take accountability and really make a decision, stick with that decision, and, you know, move forward. Get the help that you need, okay? And that's not for everybody, okay? Clarify the Devil card. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We got cock blocking, okay? Again, I feel like this Queen of Wands was doing some type of magic on this Queen of Cups to keep you guys apart. Clarify this Moon card. Because you rejected, okay? And this person is very feisty and forceful, okay? So after feeling rejected because you probably wanted your family back, this person decided to try to do some type of spell work or magic on this Queen of Cups to keep you guys apart, okay? And so this person forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want, okay? All of that Queen of Wands energy, and especially when it's in the Devil energy, which is there. And yeah, it's all manipulation, because this person is like not wanting you to leave them. So yeah, this Queen of Wands definitely could have known about what was going on. All right, you would know that. Clarify this Four of Wands. And maybe this Queen of Wands reached out to the Queen of Cups and told them, you know, was stalking her actually. Into you. Good chemistry, great vibes, and positive. So yeah. I feel like that's what you want, and that's who, you know, you were trying to decide who was the best fit for you when it came down to the situation. I do want to clarify. Let me see. Clarify this Five of Wands, because we got this other person that's in a cut here trying to hide, you know? I don't feel like this person like drama. This earth sign could be a Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus. I don't think this person likes being in the drama, being in the competition, okay? This is someone that you could have been dating as well. Haunted, memories, flashback, trauma, side effects. You hurt this person too. You hurt this person too, because they really thought that this Queen of Pentacles really thought that you guys were going to have something stable together. Clarify this Five of Wands. Obsessive lover, dangerous, toxic, unhealthy, possessive, karmic. There's a lot of people who are obsessed with you. I definitely feel like this Queen of Wands is obsessed with you. You got big dick energy, okay? Steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates, feeds off you. There's a lot going on, you know? You could be in the creative field, an artist, you know, very successful at whatever it is that you do. And like I said, you're very charming. A lot of women are willing to date you. So I'm like, what? I mean, why don't you just, maybe you just like, okay, I don't want to be, since it didn't work out with, you know, the person that you thought you were going to spend the rest of your life with. Maybe you're just like, I just need to be free. I just need to be, you know, figure out, get myself back aligned and not too much focus on the relationships and all of this, because you know they're going to always be there. You know, the options are always going to be there, but at the same time I just feel like it was just is becoming to be too much, and you need to really just be mature about a situation and be faithful. If that's what, if you know, if that's the lifestyle that you want to be in a commitment with one person. But if you want to be in a commitment with multiple people, why not just be in a polygamous relationship? That's my question to you. Like, I mean, because it feels like you have the options to do what you want, but it's like at the same time, you don't want to hurt people. And what's done is done. So, can't take it back. Clarify the Nine of Swords over here. What's on your mind? Boss daddy, stable, rich business owner, CEO, big dick energy. Yeah, see? Yeah, you let that go to your head like, I can have who I want, I can do what I want, but now you're stressing over the fact that it's just all becoming too much, okay? And you got men who are jealous of you and that want to be like you, that admire you, and maybe that's why, you know, you're getting tired of this player phase, you know? You're getting tired of, maybe you're getting older and it's just like, all right, I had my fun, I'm ready to settle down. I don't know. Clarify the Page of Swords, but you're still sad about losing this Queen of Cups. But I don't feel like you're letting that, you know, ruin your day. Like, it's not something that it looks like you're trying to get past that, you know? Going to the gym, working out, you know, traveling, trying to get your mind off of it, yeah, because you're in your head and overthinking, stressing about that situation, okay? Like I said, somebody could have tried this Queen of Wands. I promise you, she's trying to put a spell on you with the divination abuser here. And that's, you know, if you're thinking about them in your head or whatever, it may be because of that. It says car list, no car, repo, car issues, thief, rob, lost, theft, physical or emotional. So if your car got stolen, it's because of some type of bad karma or somebody's doing a divination abuser. If you're traveling, make sure that you put all your cars up, you know, and yeah, because it could get stolen. Somebody is trying to take control of your thoughts, your mind, your mental too. So be careful of that. Be careful of that, okay? Because I do feel like there's some obsessed people in your energy that wants to, you know, keep you stuck on them. And it's like you're trying to move forward and move past all of these burdens. Clarify the Lover's card. I think you enjoyed both of the things how they were, you know? Just like you're not trying to make a decision at all. Screenshot, getting evidence, proofs, facts, dirty offer. Okay, so somebody is feeling upset because they feel played, and they may be showing like screenshots or whatever, like, yes, we were dating, here's the proof, and you know, all of that. Somebody that's wanting you to pay for hurting them. Clarify this 7 of Cups. And now you're in this state of just wanting to be alone. You're reflecting. You're trying to get your mind right. You know, you just like, this is just too messy. Maybe this person tries to bring it to your job or something like that. If you work with this Queen of Wands, it's like they're bringing a drama, trying to, you know, I don't know. Maybe did they work for you or something, or you guys do business together? Either way, I just feel like you're just wanting to like things to be calm, cool, and collective, and get back aligned, you know, because you have taken some hits, and you're feeling it, and it's like, yeah, let me get right with God, you know. Clarify this 2 of Swords. Happiness hater. Somebody don't want you to be with anyone else but them, and you've walked away, right? You didn't make a choice, or it was a hard choice. You chose yourself is what it's looking like. But somebody was like hating. I promise you, I feel like it's this Queen of Wands that was hating on you and your home situation with this Queen of Cups, wanting you guys to break up, separate. And so this was already orchestrated, plan, and they were very strategic, doing magic, everything to break you two apart, and they succeeded in that. So yeah, clarify this 8 of Pentacles. They succeeded in what they wanted to do. This person is obsessed. Looking you up, researching you, studying you, and getting info. They are definitely studying you. That's what the 8 of Pentacles is. All eyes are on you, and they're making sure that y'all are not together. They don't want to see any Instagram, Facebook, social media photos or any signs of you guys being back together. So just so you know, there is scarcity tactics. This person could be like trying to blackmail you, or like getting proof and all of this to show that you guys were messing around. And I mean, that's the price you pay when you deal with multiple people, multiple energies. I feel like you are drained. You're tired of it. You got a lot going on when it comes to your career. You're traveling, you're doing this and that. You don't have time for the nonsense. I feel like you want to be stress free, and you want a woman that's stress free. So that free, my God. So this was another thing, like all the cattiness, all of the women and things. It's like when it comes down to it, do you want someone that is aggressive like that forces things upon you, that try to, manipulate you and, use sex and things of that nature to keep you? Or do you want someone that is soft with you, that is nurturing, that is genuine, that comes from a genuine heart space, that is a nurturer, someone that brings life into you, and that's a sweetheart? I mean, maybe on different days you want different things. I understand that. We're human, and there's millions of people in this world, and it's just like, if you have the opportunity to date who you want, it's like, why not? But all I'm saying, and this is my advice, just allow, like, even if you feel like, hey, I don't know what's got going on with me, but I'm feeling like I want to cheat. Like, we should have relationships like that where we can talk to our partners. It's like, I don't know what's going on with me. I just feel like I need more spark. Some of you guys do. But a lot of relationships don't respect that. Once you start being too truthful, then it causes problems. So I can understand. But look, I'm not a counselor. I'm a messenger. So let's ask your guides. I don't know. And then this is a general read, so I don't really know the full story of what happened. I probably could help a little more if I knew who I was talking to. But let's get some advice. How is this divine feminine? How is this divine masculine feeling? Is there anything that they want to say? Real quick. How long are you going to make me pay for my mistakes? No one is perfect. We all make mistakes. All I need is one more chance. So that's what you're saying to this Queen of Cups. And they apparently is not having it right now. It's like, okay, what can I do? What can I do? You're like, you're not accepting this. You don't want to talk about it, or you feel like enough is enough. That's how this person is feeling. It's like, this is in your mind. Like, how long are you going to make me pay for my mistakes? I apologize. I'm sorry. I did the worst thing. This person is trying to ruin that relationship for good, And I plan on making you mine forever. So I feel like you're trying to get yourself together. And then maybe you'll come back around to apologize, go to therapy, counseling, or something, and you guys can work it out. All right. I need rehab. Again, if you have a drug addiction, I'm not judging. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe you need to go to rehab, and, that's what it is. Like, you need to take some time to yourself and really get your mind, your mental, your health, and everything together, which I do see you trying. So maybe this person is also, that was an issue for this person. Is like, maybe when you're under the influence, you go off on the deep end and cheat or whatever. But it's like, this person got tired of that. Okay, they've been by your side since day one. So please respect this queen, whoever she may be, because I don't feel like this person judged you, and you could be going bankrupt for this addiction as well. So it's like, yeah, you really got to stay focused and tapped in, and like really focus on yourself. And I see you doing that. So that's the best advice I can give you, is to listen, speak with a therapist, get rehab if it's needed, and try to stop these bad habits. Therefore, you can have a healthier relationship, dynamic with yourself or going forward. All right, Spirit, what advice do you have for the collective? Envy. Forgiveness. And acceptance. Okay. We got worry here too. I can read that one. Okay. Envy. Okay. I do feel like this Queen of Wands is envious of this Queen of Cups. Only because you want to go back to that person and they just feel left out. They feel rejected. You're ignoring this person. You feel like they ruined your life or ruined your marriage and connection you had with this person, but you got to take accountability for the part you played in that situation. It says, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So you must learn to accept that the obstacles in your life have been chosen by you. Okay? We all have choices. To be jealous of the soul path of another is to doubt your ability to judge what is best for you. It is human nature to It is human nature to covet the perceived luxuries of someone on a different journey, but to try to emulate him or her is not being true to your own guidance. You have chosen this life and these circumstances for a reason. By disregarding that and following in the footsteps of another, you are only setting yourself up for confusion and disappointment. You never truly know what is going on in another person's life and what personal challenges he or she may face. So to be envious is a fool's game. Be authentic to your inner voice because only you know what is in your best interest. If you don't follow your own path, you will have to reincarnate in an attempt to learn your original lessons again. Okay? So that's for someone. Forgiveness. It says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. You can never flow with your natural energy of love unless you release the negative energy of hate, anger, intolerance, or blame. Every soul in your path has free will, and you have no control over that. What you do have control over is how you react to the manifestations of others' free will. Holding on to that negative energy will strengthen karmic cycles, and forgiveness can break that pattern. The most important person you must learn to forgive is always yourself. Blaming yourself for failures blocks the natural flow of love, which will attract all good things into your life. Okay, so forgive yourself, and you can always start over. I have faith that you will get over these addictions and start anew. Okay? Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Right now, your soul is learning acceptance. This may force you to feel out of control in a situation or with another person in your life. Just realize that the universe has given you this incredible opportunity to release control. Perhaps doing so will help you realize that there is a rhythm of reason to everything in life, rather than thinking that these are accidents that are occurring. Refer to these conditions as moments of divine design. Maybe it is a person or a situation that you do not agree with right now. For the moment, instead of having a knee-jerk reaction based on an emotional response, stop, step back, observe, and make an attempt to understand both sides of the equation, okay? Which is an incredible gift for you to practice tolerance, grace, and patience. Realize that although you have come to accept a situation or a condition, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are condoning a behavior or that you support it. You see it for what it is and recognize that there is something rich to learn from it. All right? So stop worrying. I'm going to read worry. All right? And I feel like you came to that point where it's just like, it's let go and let God. All right. I got to do what I got to do for me. And I'll come back around when I get myself together, and feel more grounded and focused. It says, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Worry is a wasted emotion. It does nothing other than give you the illusion of control. When you expend too much energy worrying, it limits you and has an adverse effect on the natural energy of the soul. Worrying destroys the hope, faith, and excitement that are wonderful elements of this schoolroom called Earth. Remember that you are what you think, and you have the power to create positive thoughts, which beget positive outcomes. Worry is a negative emotion and sets you up for a negative result. What unnecessary worries are you carrying around with you now? Examine them objectively in the light of love. Help your soul by releasing them and be fully connected to the current moment, which is where your power resides. All right. And we're going to get Starseed Oracle message, and then I'm going to close out the reading. God bless you all. Okay, what message does the collective need at this time, Spirit? We the Hathors, okay? Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. And we have your life is a canvas. Okay, so we the Hathors. I believe I read this, so you may have been watching me the other day. Okay, it says deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. So birth is a portal that ushers in new life. The Hathors are here to remind you that you're a child of the cosmic mother, and you're being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. This is a tender, nourishing card reminding you to receive the deep, deep love of the mother's embrace. The Hathors know that the journey on earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you're being reminded to rest more deeply in the mother's arms. This is a card of extreme potency, of femininity, of creation, and of birth. You're being called to mother yourself and others too, to surrender to your sacred femininity, to create and to surrender to your own creations, to hold and be held. You're being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize that the cosmic mother is watching you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another. If so, you're being reminded that you're cradled in a sacred container, that you're more held than you can possibly imagine, and you have access to more love than your heart can bear. If you're struggling in any way, you're being reassured that things will work out. Open yourself to receiving the overflowing love of the cosmic mother, flooding towards you from every direction. Let it stretch your heart, okay? Hold your hand on your heart and repeat after me. It says, I allow the deep love of the cosmic mother to wash over me. I'm loved, I'm held. Amen. Okay, so some of you guys, your mother could have passed away, or, you just have a cosmic mother. It's basically like that's trying to get you to tap into your feminine side, okay? It has to be a balance. And maybe that could be, something that you struggle with in relationships because you're so logical minded, and so it could get real rigid especially when you're dealing with the Queen of Cups, that is all about emotions and things of that nature. So again, speaking with a woman, getting advice from women, and not sleeping with them, that was a joke. It wasn't funny. Okay. But anyway, on a serious note, I feel like a woman would help you soften in a way that would help you in relationships, So your life is a canvas. Okay. It says artist. So you could be an artist. I said that. Oh my God, creativity. So yeah, a lot of people are jealous, try to impersonate you, things like that. You're very creative, with whatever you do. Okay. But it says artist, manifestation, creative accountability. It says you're the artist of your life, and your life is a canvas. Take responsibility for your ability to create. Earth is known as a planet of manifestation. Your present moment is based on your past thoughts and beliefs. Your current thoughts determine your future. What kind of life do you want to create for the future? What are you being called to create? Reconnect with your manifesting power and align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the vibration that matches them. It's never too late to start, and no experience is required. All you need is an open heart and mind and consistent daily action. If you're not sure what you like to create, start instead with a feeling of deep gratitude for all that's good in your life right now. State out loud what you're most thankful for. Look for the good in your life, and one thing will be certain: you'll find yourself attracting more and more good experiences into your world. This card is inviting you to see your entire life as a canvas, and the picture is completely up to you. Color it with your thoughts and feelings. Create the life that you most long to live. You may also be called to be more creative in your everyday life. What have you been called to create, and how can you express yourself more creatively? What are you being called to create in your life? Okay, so at this time, while you're reflecting, you may get some downloads or some ideas, and it's just like real, raw, and authentic. Let it out. If you like to paint, if you like to do whatever your artistry is, it's just music, whatever. Let it out and let it be healing. Let it be freeing. Let the truth put it out there. What this situation, I feel like you'll feel better and released. Like, just talk about the things that you have struggled with, the things that you are battling or trying to overcome. That's healing, and it's going to help you. I really do feel that. Okay, let's get some general messages from your angels. Okay, real quick. I cannot do a short reading. I just cannot. I be trying, but I always end around the same time. That's so crazy. All right. What messages does the collective need at this time? Obstacles and blocks are lifted. Partnership. Conscious consumer. Okay, so obstacles and blocks are lifted. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles, and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. Okay, so like I said, whatever you're creating or working on, just be authentic and raw with it, and it's going to bring you more money, more people that resonate with how you're feeling and what you've been going through. Okay. Partnership, it says allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. Okay, could be a woman. The pink aura is very telling. And yes, I do feel like there is like a grandmother, a mother in the spiritual realm that is helping you or guiding you or trying to show you something, teach you something. They are covering you and trying to help you along the way. Okay. And it says, conscious consumer, you have the power to heal and help the world with your decisions to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply and you purchase only that which you need. Okay, so you can have your own business and you could be helping people heal, whether that is dealing with their health, and working out, whatever the case may be, I feel like you would know, just being a conscious consumer and trying to live a healthy lifestyle is going to help your life all around, including, the bad habits and things that you're trying to overcome. Okay. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys later.